does the Fed, what options do you think they're looking at? What tools? They obviously now realize it's out of control. How do they stop it?
Well, I'm the author of The Big Reset. I wrote that in 2014. And my core thesis is we need to find a new anchor for world's financial system because we'll have a dollar crisis as well. We haven't even mentioned that. We need debt restructurings. But I also said we need a gold revaluation because that's the trick the central bankers still have available. That's the card they still have in their sleeve, and they used that before. They used it in the 1930s. So all central banks in the world still own gold. They still have gold on the balance sheet. So when you revalue gold, you can reset your balance sheet for central banks. And that's why central banks will never use Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, they don't own Bitcoin. There's no use for central banks to start using Bitcoin, but there is a use to start using gold again. And by adding gold to the official, to reinstate the connection between fiat money and gold, they can bring trust back into the system. And that's what they will do in the end. And that's why I'm not afraid of hyperinflation, because central bankers know what to do next to avoid hyperinflation.
They don't know what to do with superinflation.
I think they hope to create normal inflation, 3-4%. But now, because we came from an era of deflation, we had this deflation problem actually for decades. So they tried to increase the inflation. That's what they also communicated. But it's very hard to try to increase the inflation a little bit, because there's a big risk that you will overshoot. It happened in the 70s. And once you start to overshoot and people start to panic, or rich investors, the high net worth, start to be concerned, and they start to buy everything the government can't print, then it's very hard to bring inflation under control again. One more example is very telling. I saw an interview with an American businessman who was producing lots of pizzas, a whole chain of pizza restaurants. He told the journalist he's buying 200 different ingredients for his pizza chain, 200 different. The prices went up of all these ingredients between 30 and 200% in the last 12 months. So that's superinflation. That's not 4%. That's not 10%. That's 20, 30% inflation for him.